Hello, and thank you for watching. I am RTYRYT, and I am back once again with LEGO Transformers, Travers. So, here we have Travers in his big truck mode, and I really did my best to give this thing a long-due overhaul. Now, the original concept for this guy was supposed to be sort of like this armored troop carrier vehicle with 6 wheels. And while the 6 wheels part actually happened, this version more closely aligns with that of my version 2, being a semi-truck. Now, this isn't my version of Optimus, but it certainly can be. I just wanted to make my own truck. So, here we've got Travers, and I've tried my best to get this mode as clean looking as possible, and I have done my best to get very little transformation hinges. This is due on part to my reliance in a lot of special ball joints in particular, and I really think that this design works well. The only issue that I have with this design is that the hips are pretty weakly connected to the torso by 2 studs, which is the only flaw of this design, as this leads to it easily falling apart. So, since I'm trying out a new style of video, let's do a size comparison, like one that we haven't done in a very long while. Here we have Travers with a minifigure. As you can see, he scales pretty well. This is about the size of an average truck compared to a normal person. And here we have Impound in his vehicle mode. Impound is supposed to be sort of a K-truck, but he scales a little bit too large in this form. Now that that's all over with, it's time to transform this dude. And here we have Travers in his robot mode, where I think he really shines. Now, of course, like I did mention earlier, his waist is a literal hand grenade, and it will explode as you so as touch it. And other than this figure being slightly back heavy, I don't see any significant problems with it. Looking at the back here, we can see that this backpack is considerably cleaner and nicer than a lot of the models of Optimus Prime I've seen online. This is due to the very unique transformation that I've had in mind for this guy, and as a result, he maintains a clean figure while having a very functional transformation. Now, of course, this guy wouldn't be complete without a weapon, so I modified the gun that I made for my mobile frame a little bit, and I think it works pretty well. Now, of course, this wouldn't be a very good model of mine if I didn't make it very posable. Now, I try to find a solid line between form and function on my models, but posability and playability is something that I always love to incorporate in my models. This guy in particular, I designed to be extremely posable, and I think it turned out really great. You can get some really dynamic poses with him. Now that that's out of the way, let's do another size comparison real quick. Here we have Traverse with a minifigure, and yeah, the minifigure is absolutely just dwarfed by Traverse. I mean, look at that size difference. And here we have him with Impound, who I honestly think looks a little bit like Small Fry for this guy. However, Impound does have those missiles, so you never really know how things might play out when they get in a fight. Now, naturally, since Traverse is supposed to be this leader kind of guy, he has to have some extra little finagly bits that he can attach to himself to make himself more powerful. In this case, I've given him a shoulder-mounted missile launcher and an extra huge armor plate for his other shoulder. Overall, I think these additions make him look way better in robot mode. Well, that's all I have for you all today, so be sure to subscribe, and don't miss out when I upload later on down the line.